So today I'm going to show you how to make half square triangles using strips of fabric. And so what you will need is 2 pieces of fabric, just contrasting, so a light and a dark, whatever you have. This is great for jelly rolls, it will work the same. And so you would take these to your sewing machine and you will sew on both sides a 1/4 inch seam. Alright, so I've got it at the machine and I'm going to make sure that my needle is in the right position. For a 1/4 inch seam, you can even do a scant, would work great. If you can, leave your needle in the down position to readjust when you're sewing your sides. And then repeat with the other side. Okay, so now that I have my 2 strips sewn together, what you're going to do is take your ruler and find the 2.5 inch mark on your ruler. If you need to, you can use some like washi tape or some other kind of tape that will allow you to keep that line in mind. So at the 2.5 inch mark, I used my tape, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start it on the left hand side and line up the 2.5 inch line with the seam line. So I'm going to have to trim tuck those under just a little bit, that tape, so it's not in my way. So I'm going to watch my seam line and line up that tape line, and then I'm going to push just a little bit to make sure that it is secure, and then I'm going to cut out this triangle. And this is a little weird of cutting, so if you have a rotating mat, that would be better. Okay. So now that I have that cut, I can open up my half square triangle, and this, when I press it open, will equal 2.5 inches. So now what I need to do is just continue down the strip of fabric, and I can go ahead and flip my ruler, again lining up that tape line with the sewn seam, and then I'm going to make my cut. And then I'm going to flip it again and make my cut. Alright, so now that I have them all pressed and ready to go, I can check them and make sure that they are the right size that I need. I do have a block lock ruler, which I really like using, so I can set those up and then trim it to a true 2.5 inch. Also just cutting off those little dog ears just a little bit as well. But they are really close to being spot on. So there is a printable as well that's available on patchworkposse.com, or you'll see the link in the descriptions, and it will give you all the information that you need to know for cutting your strips and what size they will end up being. So that is how you can cut multiple half square triangles using strip fabric.